What's up, YouTube? I got a light code that I need to activate and share this information with you guys, so without further ado, let's get to it. You ever seen somebody or had like a big inspiration from anybody out there, and you see their presence of light? You know they're filled with light. It could be just somebody walking in the room, and now all of a sudden they got all the attention on them, like just because they're radiating radioactive with that light. Or it could just be someone you look up to, inspiring people, other YouTubers, anybody that radiates that light. I guarantee you guys this. As much light that that person holds, there is an equal amount of darkness inside of that person. And even though we may not be able to necessarily see that darkness within the person, it's there just as equally as light that person is. There's an equal amount of darkness. It's just the way the universe works. Every person expressing their own form of light does it in a different way. As I would say, chosen ones, star seeds, indigos, light bears, light pillars, forces of the light, we all express it in a different way. So if our inner darkness were to come out and play, it would be expressed in a different way as well. One example I could get at this is being poked at with a stick, just to the point where it's so provocative that you unleash your inner X-Men on whoever's poking you with the stick. And another example I could give on this is Spider-Man. In the Spider-Man movie, not the comic, Spider-Man 1, where he finally gets some powers, needs to make some money for a car, goes to the collective sum of money after his wrestling match, right? And they don't give him the cut for whatever reason, or however much he was supposed to get, and then the robber comes by and just takes all the money. And they know he's powerful, they know Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is powerful, and he has that light within him, but he doesn't stop the robber because there was a sense of darkness within him, of betrayal for not getting the cut, or what was said to be helpful to him. So he lets the robber pass by him, only to later see Uncle Ben dead, lying on the floor, and then he gets that spidey sense that the robber dude was the one affiliated or responsible for his death. So what happens? He gets dark, his inner darkness comes out, and he chases down the robber. And Spider-Man has his first kill, and it was just out of him getting him in a point of fear, while he was showing his inner darkness, to the point where the robber flew out a window and kind of like killed himself. But it was, Spider-Man that scared him from that. And that's what I mean by this, because obviously Spider-Man is supposed to be like a light person who fights evil and whatnot, but he has an equal amount of darkness to him. And so do we. So do light pillars and light warriors. I believe people who would be most available to see the darkness inside of a person would be people in relationships with the light warriors. And I don't necessarily mean romantic relationships. I mean all relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, relationships with parents, family, all sort of relationships. People who are closer to that person may be able to see the potential darkness within them. And we're all different people. We all go through different traumas. We're traumatized people. We go through different experiences. That's how we get the beauty in healing ourselves too, is through these traumatic experiences and what happens to us, so that we can eventually go from being darkness back to light. It's really the balance aspect and the yin yang of not just being too much of one, and so that we stay balanced. And that's why light beings also have the polarity, as does every human, to just have both sides in them. But that's all I wanted to say for this video. This is going to be the end of the transmission. Hope you guys learned something helpful from it. Got some info from this light code. And yeah, this is Dad Chill 777. Y'all stay safe, focused, and balanced. Peace.